Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the October 8th, 2024 Old Bridge Township meeting. And I'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence, and a prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As customary, we stand in this chamber for a moment of silence to remember those who are protecting our freedoms, both here and abroad, for our first responders, for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, and this evening for all those who have lost their lives and are suffering from the hurricanes. Hopefully, everything will be all right for them as well. So a moment of silence, please. Our prayer, Mr. Pasquetti.
Dear Lord, bless thy servants in the ministry of public affairs who serve thee in this chamber. Give us quiet minds and hearts that we may hear your voice. Help us to know when to speak, when to be silent. Give us strength to oppose the wrong and uphold the right, and grant that we have a good conscience and a soul of peace with thee and with one another. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Present.
Let the record reflect that Councilwoman DeCaro is absent. Councilman DePalma.
Here.
Councilman Desai. Here. Councilman Garcia.
Here.
Councilman Murphy.
Here.
Councilman Pasquetti.
Here.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg-Belli. And Council President Sohar. This meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice has been given to the official newspapers of the Township on January 6, 2024, and has been posted in public places. Next open public meeting of the Township Council will be held on Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024, at 7:30 p.m.
Okay, thank you very much. First, we'll begin with proclamations, presentations, certificate of recognition for Safe Exchange Zone Project. Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening. Tonight, I'm proud to present Sitar Patel. She's a member of Girl Scout Troop 82114. She came up with an amazing idea to have a safe exchange zone where you can do online transactions safely. So we've dedicated 2 spaces in our parking lot, a municipal complex by the library over here, where people can safely complete internet transactions. It's monitored 24 hours a day by the police, and it's a safe exchange zone. So I think it was a wonderful idea. Sitar, please come forward. I'd like to read the certificate for you. This certificate is to commend Sitar Patel of Old Bridge Girl Scout Troop 82114, who proposed the Safe Exchange Zone for her Silver Award project, a monitored location where residents can meet up safely for internet transactions and online trading. This certificate is presented to you on behalf of the Mayor and Business Administrator of Old Bridge Township. Congratulations. You want to take a picture?
I'm just going to move this.
You ever take a picture of the page? If you have an opportunity to come by the municipal complex, you could see the spots over here. I think it's a fantastic idea because I have sold things on Facebook, and it can be a little nervous meeting up. Okay, next we have recognize October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I have a proclamation I'd like to read. I know that most of us know someone that has been affected by breast cancer. I know my grandmother passed away from breast cancer. So also, the municipal complex will be lit up pink for the whole month of October, the lights. I don't know if you saw on the way in, the
That's a
pink
good thing,
lights.
Debbie, thank you.
Whereas October 2024 is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, an annual month-long campaign aimed at educating people and fighting this life-threatening disease, which affects 1 in 8 women in the United States every year and 2.3 million women worldwide. And whereas during National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we recognize all those who know the anguish of breast cancer, and we redouble our efforts to improve care and bring attention to the disease. The heartache and the pain of this disease will touch too many of our mothers, fathers, daughters, and sisters, and too many families will bear these burdens. And whereas when breast cancer is caught early, treatments work best and survival rates increase, that is why all women and men should be familiar with the risk factors and symptoms of this disease. We encourage everyone to speak with their health care provider about the risk of breast cancer and the importance of screenings that play an essential role in early detection. Today, more Americans are surviving breast cancer than ever before, but there is still more work to do. And whereas thanks to the increase in knowledge in the biological and medical sciences, there's an ever-growing awareness of this deadly disease, and that learning about it early, detection, and teaching early detection to those we love is one of the best forms of protection. And whereas this month, as we honor those lost to breast cancer, let us join with the loved ones who celebrate their memory and the patients who battle this disease every day, as well as our nation's advocates, medical researchers, and healthcare providers. And now, therefore, I, Debbie Walker, Mayor of Township of Old Bridge, the Township Council, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim October 2024 to be National Breast Care Awareness Month and urge all residents to renew their commitment to fighting this disease, raising awareness, and supporting those affected by breast cancer. I just want to mention this is not limited just to women. I have a family member that's a male that's also affected by this, so also men have to be aware of that as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. That's very important for the public to be aware and that the township is and supportive. So please, anyone who needs to be screened, please do so. It's very important. Thank you so much. And as far as for the Girl Scouts, that's wonderful. What a great project. We were so proud to have you here. Yeah, it really, really is. And I could see by the amount of badges on that vest that this is one busy lady, very much so. You are a very busy girl. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for sharing with the township. That's what makes Old Bridge so special, is someone like you who makes such a big difference in this community. Thank you so, so much. We really appreciate, and you have a great evening. Thank you so much. Next is approval of minutes, resolution approving regular combined council meeting minutes of September 10th, 2024. Do I have a motion? Okay. Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Yes. Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy?
Abstain.
Councilman Pasquini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli? Yes. Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses, 1 abstention.
Bill list, Mr. Garcia.
Yes, thank you. Bill list as of October 8, 2024. Accounts payable, October 8, 2024, $23,540,787.01. Payroll, September 13, 2024, $1,096,616.92. Payroll overtime, September 13, 2024, $46,831.80. Payroll, September 27, 2024, $1,206,926.36. Payroll overtime, September 27, 2024, $40,441.47. And that completes my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Garcia. Our acting VA, Mr. Lenning, can we have a breakdown of the overtime, please?
Yes. So for the September 13th payroll, there was a slight uptick in the Recreation Department, and that was due to the beach bash. The Recreation Department did a great job setting up and cleaning up afterwards. Moving to the sworn officer overtime for September 13th, sworn officer overtime was $31,250.32. Deduct grants totaling $6,803.53. Deducting ETO, of $6,971.47, totaling $17,475.32. This represents 310 sworn officer hours. Moving to the September 27th payroll. Again, there was a slight uptick within recreation. This was due to all the setup for the 9/11 memorial. It was a beautiful ceremony that night. I want to thank Recreation for that, and also Old Bridge Day preparation. Moving to the sworn officer overtime for the 27th. It totals $24,938.02. Deduct grants of $7,409.61. Deduct ETO of $4,728.92. It brings us to $12,799.49. This represents 276 sworn officer hours. That completes my report.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the bill list?
Move it.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Yes. Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli? Yes. Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses.
Liquor licenses, resolution approving the person-to-person liquor license transfer for plenary retail consumption license number 1209-33-035-008 from Route 35 Associates LLC to Red's Tavern Corporation.
Can I please have anybody from the public on this matter to come up to the,
And is there anyone here representing? Forward, please. Thank you. Good evening. Yeah, you can come forward, please. Thank you very much. Okay, hi, how are you? Good evening. And we just wanted to make sure we have everything in order. And if there's any questions for the attorney, is there any for you? No. Okay,
I checked everything in advance
great.
of
And-
the meeting.
okay, and we just wanted to make sure council, anyone on my right for a question? Okay, anyone on my left for a question? No? John, you're good? Everybody's good? Okay. All right, then we'll do a roll call.
roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Yes. Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses. Motion carries.
All right, very good. Take care. Have a good evening, and thank you very much. Okay. Resolution of the Township of Old Bridge, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, authorizing the acceptance of a bid for a new plenary retail consumption hotel motel exception liquor license pursuant to NJSA 33:1-12-20.
Madam President, if I could, this, if you recall, this is a new liquor license for the hotel exception.
Yes.
We went through, you guys, council had previously approved the issuance for a public bid. We received one bid, and then what this does is awarding the new liquor license for, what is it, Hook Mountain Associates Limited Liability Company.
Okay,
So this is the first one,
yeah.
Township, so, breaking new ground in this regard as well.
Yes, it's good to see. I think that's very good for the businesses here in Old Bridge, something new. And hopefully this is the beginning of, more of the same thing. So can I take a motion to approve it?
Move it.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion and we have a second.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Yes. Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses.
Okay, very good. Public hearing, adoption ordinances for second reading, H1, ordinance amending Chapter 169 entitled Festivals, Mass Gathering. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
A second? Moved by Mr. Pasquetti, second by Dr. Greenberg Belli. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to come up and speak on this particular ordinance? Seeing no hands, I'll close public and I'll go to roll call, please.
Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Murphy.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquetti.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
8 yeses.
I'd like to move things a little bit around. I'm going to go to the consent agenda first and then go to discussion ordinances. So this is for the consent agenda. I would like a motion and a second, and then I'll ask for separation, please.
Move it.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli, and can we please go to separations?
Councilman Asatuli, any items for separation?
No, thank you.
Councilman DePalma.
No, thank you.
Councilman Desai.
No, thanks.
Councilman Garcia.
None, thank you.
Councilman Murphy.
No, thank you.
Councilman Pasquetti.
C3, please.
C3. Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
No, thank you.
And Council President Sohar.
No, none, thank you. So we will move on the consent agenda with the exception of C3.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Murphy.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquetti.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes,
8 yeses.
next will be C3. Councilman Biscotti?
Yes, I separated this so I can abstain from it.
Okay, very good. So we have a motion.
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli, and roll call, please.
Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquetti is abstaining. Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses, 1 abstention.
Okay, discussion ordinance of the Township of Old Bridge to rezone certain properties from OG1, God bless you, General Plan, Office Zoning District, to EDO1, Economic Development Opportunity Zoning District, and to amend 250-35 entitled Zoning Map accordingly.
So, hold on.
Yep, I'm looking right at you.
This is, if you recall, in the ordinance reference fact, a few years back, the township planner, Venus One, had undertaken a master plan re-exam. And one of the suggestions in that re-exam had to do with the town has had for many, many years a zoning classification called OG. And over the years, it's been broken up into various subzones. And basically, it's an office general zone. And when Vina had undertaken the master plan re-exam, it was, and I don't think it's any secret, that the demand for office space has waned over the years. Obviously, it was heightened over COVID, but there simply is no demand. And one of the recommendations that came out of that re-exam was to look to change the classification of OG zones to allow for more commercial uses. And this particular area that's part of this ordinance is along Route 516. And one of the things that sort of was a precipice for this particular area, and recognizing, again, it was part of the master plan re-exam, one of the property owners there had a situation where they had to get use variance because it was an OG zone. And then depending on the tenants, it would require them to have to come back again to the zoning board multiple times. Vina had felt that in light of the fact that the master plan re-exam had suggested the township look at its OG zones and change the classification to EDO1, which has multiple commercial uses as well. This would be an opportune time to take advantage of that review and she identified the list of properties that are in that area, which this ordinance would then change the zoning classification from OG1 to EDO1. And again, it's something that's consistent with the re-exam. It makes sense, especially in that particular area of 516. It's not even suited really for office use, you know, because it's, well, everyone knows what 516 is like. Even I do because I travel all the time. So this would be more compatible. And then at the end of the day, it would assist those property owners in this area and allow them the flexibility to have multiple users without the necessity of having going back and forth to the zoning board every time there's a change of a tenant. So the suggestion is to move this in for first reading, be referred to the planning board, and then for adoption after planning board review for consistency.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there any council person on my left that has a question about this? Anyone? No? Okay, anyone on my right have a question? Mr. Pasquini.
Yeah, how did you come up with this list of properties?
Vina identified it.
Okay, so she's not here to,
She's not. All right.
okay.
She's not here. But this is the, one of the, yeah, well, Nicole's here. She can help address it. But again, it's, there's various pockets of this zoning throughout the township.
Yeah.
So I said that well, and again, it was identified in the re-exam report. And this particular area of lots that are along 516, as I said, the precipice was, or the thing that got it started was that one of the property owners there had a situation where they would have multiple tenants, and every time they changed the tenant, they had to get a use variance.
Yeah,
So,
so it actually saves them money. In a-
correct, right, yep. It's beneficial to the property.
Now, are these all OG?
They're all located in the OG1 zone.
Okay, are there any other OG zones?
Yes, and I think so, as because obviously you start looking at a holistic approach, again, the idea is to, over time, either change them to the EDO1 zone, or and have conversations with Vina as well. She said some would qualify more for the CC zone, so depending on where they're located.
Yeah, okay, well, thank you, I appreciate you looking at it, thank you. No, that's it, thank you.
Consensus here to move it to first reading?
Move it. Second. Makes sense.
Okay. So we have Dr. Greenberg and Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Abstain.
Abstain. Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquini?
Yes,
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar? So 7 yeses, 1 abstention. Public hearing set for November 18th, 2024.
11:18, okay, thank you. Report of the township clerk?
I have no report.
Okay, report of the township attorney.
The only thing I would note is that the state is supposed to come out this month, October, by October 20th, with their new affordable housing number. So we'll wait to see what that is. And then once that occurs, there's certain steps the town will have to take, and ultimately, at the end of the day, by January 31st, the town either has to accept that number or adopt a resolution providing what they believe their affordable housing number would be, and then we have to implement the plan, have a housing plan in place by later in the late spring, I believe, of 2025. So.
All right, well, we'll be waiting to see what happens with that one. Well,
can I ask a question?
oh my goodness, okay, thank you.
Have we met our obligation up to this point?
Yes, if you remember, we settled, we're in settlement, and one thing I would say is though, you know, along the way, as other approvals have come on board that were not part of our third round approval, developers have been required to provide affordable housing. So we've been building an inventory, anticipating this as part of the approval. We have certain other areas that we've identified that we're talking to some of the property owners about including affordable housing there. And I know we also have the Transit Village, which we had identified previously, where Vina would look to have, because there would be higher density there, to put additional affordable housing there. So I think while there's some step to take, I think we should be, now, you never know where they come out with these numbers, because again, it's a formula that's people have questioned for years. But I think to the extent that the town has to be in a position to address it, I think we're well suited to do that.
I think we're doing our best to try to keep with, with this. I mean, you can't keep your head in the sand, and I think the mayor's doing a good job trying to keep ahead of it. And, and you, Mark, as well, make sure that, Vina and Nicole, make sure we're ready, because this is a very serious matter, and it's something that we have to take, good consideration as to what we're doing with. This is very, very important. Thank you. Public comment on any subject matter?
Any administrative report?
I'm sorry. Okay. Your administration report, how could I?
Can let you go
Public
by,
comment if you
Casey.
want. This meeting's smooth, Yep. Thank you.
How could I forget you? Go
Your
right.
haircut looks too good, Case. I couldn't
Thank
let
you. Appreciate that. Item number 1, Old Bridge Township Tree Planting Program. We are pleased to announce an exciting opportunity to enhance the beauty and environmental health of our community. The Township of Old Bridge is offering residents a chance to have trees planted within the right-of-way adjacent to their property. This initiative is part of our ongoing commitment to improve the quality of life in our township by increasing green spaces and contributing to a healthier environment. The township will cover the cost of trees and planting. The selection of the tree species is based on suitability for the planting location, availability of tree species, and overall benefit to the community. Requests will be processed on a first-come, first-served basis, and availability may be limited. The deadline to apply is January 1st, 2025. For more information and to download an application, please visit oldbridge.com/tree planting program 2024. Item number 2, Old Bridge Township Paper Shred Event. There will be a Township Paper Shred event on Friday, October 11th, 2024. The truck will be in Cheesequake Village from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., then at the Municipal Complex from 12 noon to 3 p.m., or until the truck is full. Please check oldbridge.com/recycling for more details. Item number 3, Voter Registration 2024. The last day to register to vote for the 2024 general election is Tuesday, October 15th. Forms can be obtained in the municipal clerk's office. For more information, please call 732-721-5600, extension 2200, or visit oldbridge.com/clerk. Early voting. Early voting will take place at the Old Bridge Public Library from Saturday, October 26th through Sunday, November 3rd. Polls will be open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Absentee and mail-in ballots can be placed in the drop box located in the municipal complex. We encourage all our residents to vote. Item number 5, reusable bag bin. Reusable bags can now be recycled at the Old Bridge Recycling Center. Public Works has partnered with Goat Tote to recycle reusable cloth bags. Goat Tote will wash and donate the gently used bags to local food banks. This bin is for cloth bags only. No plastic bags will be accepted. For more details, visit oldbridge.com/recycling. Item number 6, property tax reimbursement, also known as the senior freeze. The deadline to file the 2023 PTR form with the state of New Jersey is October 31st, 2024. Applications must be postmarked by October 31st, 2024. For additional information, residents should contact the State of New Jersey Division of Taxation at 1-800-882-6597 or the Division of Tax Collection at extension 2999. Item number 7, 2023 tax sale. The municipal tax sale was held on September 25th, 2024 with the following results. 333 third-party liens were sold. 330 liens were sold with a premium. 3 liens were sold at an interest percentage, and 1 lien had no bidders and became a municipal lien. A total of $848,600 was collected for premium. $152,631.86 was collected for taxes, interest, and penalties, and $1,139,040.61 was collected for the OBMUA water and sewer. Item number 8, Red Ribbon Week, October 23rd through the 31st. October 23rd to the 31st is Red Ribbon Week. It is the nation's oldest and largest drug prevention awareness program in which everyone wears red ribbons. It highlights the importance of living a drug-free life. Old Bridge Township Municipal Alliance for the Prevention of Substance Abuse has been partnering yearly with Hackensack Meridian Health and Old Bridge Township School District's grades 6 through 12 to ask students to sign a pledge to be drug-free. For their commitment, students are given a red Twizzler as their ribbon. Twizzlers are generously donated by Hackensack Meridian Health. If you or someone you know is in a crisis and needs assistance, please call 988. Item number 9, Township Halloween Spooktacular Event. Please join us on Saturday, October 26th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for our Halloween Spooktacular event. This year, it will be held at Cottrell Farm Park and feature a pumpkin carving contest and a scarecrow contest. For rules, additional details, and for sign-up information, please visit our website at www.oldbridge.com/recreation or call the office at 732-721-5600, extension 4040. Sign-up is only required if you plan to participate in the pumpkin or scarecrow contest. The final item, Lawrence Harbor Fire Department turns 100 years old. Congratulations to Lawrence Harbor Fire Department, who will celebrate their 100th anniversary this month. The township thanks all current and former volunteers for their devotion and acknowledges their 100-year dedication to the residents of Old Bridge. That completes my report.
Okay, thank you so much, Casey. I really appreciate it. I do. Does anyone have a comment or a question for Casey about his report? Good? Okay, so I'll take a motion to accept. Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Desai.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma? Yes. Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy? Yes. Councilman Pasquini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli? Yes. Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses.
Okay, now public comment on any subject matter.
The public comment portion of our meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their concerns or comments. This section is open for any topic or items on the consent agenda. In accordance with NJSA 10:4-12A and the Old Bridge Rules of Council, the council asks the public to limit their comments to 3 minutes or less. Only one member of the public shall approach to speak to council at a time. The council will respect the public's time by refraining from any comment until the speaker is finished with their allotted time. It should be further noted that the public comment portion of our meeting is not structured as a question and answer period. If a member of the public has questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made with the corresponding department's office during regular business hours. Township clerk will regulate the time during the comment portion of our meeting. As you approach the microphone, please state whether you're a resident of Old Bridge. Do not give your name or your address.
Okay, is there anyone out in the public? Mr., please come forward. Good evening.
Good evening. I am a resident of Old Bridge. Old Bridge nonprofits receive $500 for participating in the Old Bridge Clean Communities Program. The Old Bridge Historical Society Thomas Ward Museum, of which I am a member, participated in the program. Our group was assigned to pick up litter on Old Amboy Road on Saturday morning, October 5th. Helping in the cleanup were Councilperson Kevin Garcia, Council Vice President Dr. Anita Greenberg Belli, Council President Mary Sohar, Mayor Debbie Walker, and State Senator Owen Henry. I want to thank them for helping to make Old Bridge a cleaner, nicer-looking place in which to live. Thank you.
Thank you. We thank you as well. Yeah, that was really nice. Oy.
Good evening, also a resident of Old Bridge. Residents, God, my brain is going tonight. It's been a long day already. Thank you, Council, for allowing me the opportunity to speak. Kate, I'm sure they've already told you how much they appreciate you being back in service. By the way, it's widely acknowledged that dishonesty is unacceptable, especially in the government. Recently, I was surprised to see a text from an appointed councilman running for council office for the first time. In this text, you claimed that you were elected and seeking re-election. It is a lie. Councilman of Ward 2, you were appointed by the Republican council members, not elected. Of course, this situation is reminiscent of another false accusation made in council chambers towards me. This makes me question your trustworthiness and integrity. Frankly, I don't think I would entrust you with the care of a cricket. Additionally, an at-large council member was witnessed screaming at the Board of Ed candidate on Aldridge Day over an unfounded personal rumor. Disturbingly, this behavior occurred in the presence of children. The actions of this individual are deplorable. Some council members may appear to be struggling with maintaining this honesty, transparency, and civil discourse. I again request that you do that. There were also, unusually so, 3 Board of Ed candidates positioned next to the Republican Senate tent and the Republican committee on Aldridge Day, whereas 3 other candidates who are, and by the way, this is supposed to be nonpartisan, 3 other candidates for the Board of Ed were placed all the way at the exit at the Board of Ed event. I was wondering who was responsible for the placement of table location on Aldridge Day. Finally, I'm very concerned about the repeated cancellations of the Ethics Board meeting by the Township. Is there some reason on the council, is there someone on the council, or is there someone in the administration worried that citizens may file complaints against individuals on the dais or elsewhere? What's going on? And finally, really? Well, some of you may not like that residents are given the 3 minutes to discuss any subject. The response by some of you on the dais to attack us will not deter us. Using your elected position to publicly attack us might be an ethics violation. I'm not a lawyer. You can ask him. That said, the council has allowed public statements by several community people against individuals on this council here right today, and also people previously on the council. They were not even allowed to disagree or respond to these attacks on them. Thank you. And remember, it is illegal for council persons and members to use this platform on the dais to promote their personal campaigns and that of any other candidates. Doing so, again, I think Mr. Roselli can
Your
say
minute, that's your time.
it would constitute an ethics violation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else wish to speak this evening from the public? Seeing no hands, I will close the public portion and go to council comments.
Thank you. First, I want to send my prayers out to the people in Florida. Helene caused a lot of damage, and it looks like this may cause catastrophic damage. So please have the Floridians and people in Florida in your prayers over the next couple of days. You know, when we were younger, we always said, never talk about politics and religion. I think that was a big mistake. I think it's really important to speak about it. Speak about it with your friends, your colleagues, your family, your children, because we got to be seekers of truth. And it is so important in today's society with a lot of things on the news that's not real. AI will tell you things that is not the truth. You may believe it. And a lot of times that's why social media is called the media. In 2024, I believe, without question, this election is the most important election of our lifetime. It is so important, especially on a huge level, because what's really important is you have to get out and vote. It doesn't matter. That's the only thing that we have in our power for we the people is voting. So please make sure that we do. Thank you.
Councilman De Palma.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank Chief Montagna as well as Detective D'Onofrio for spearheading the Senior Police Academy. So myself and a couple of council folks were able to attend the graduation. I think it's a great event. I know he's looking forward to doing new things and more things like this for the community. I just wanted to make sure that we recognize he's not here today. We have one of our lieutenants here, but I just wanted to make sure that we did recognize the work that they are doing, not only on the streets, but also for the community. Also, thank you to all the township employees for all your hard work on Aldridge Day. It was a lot nicer than last year. So Owen's last one was a little bit of a downer because of the rain, but Debbie's first one was probably one of the nicest ones I've attended in a long time. So, but thank you all to all the employees. I know it's a lot of hard work to put that together. Just want to make sure that we recognize you all. Just a reminder, next Friday, the 18th, is the pink out at Old Bridge High School football. So I believe the game is starting at 6 o'clock. So if you all come down to the game, wear pink. There are, for those who haven't been to a game this year, there have been new traffic patterns, let's just say, within the football game that needs to be abided by just because of some of the issues that have happened not only in our town, but also in other towns with some of these games. So just please make sure that you're there and be respectful to everybody that's around you. And then one final thing, just as the weather's changing, Councilman Astulli talked about the hurricane coming in. As the weather changes, we get storms coming through. If we do have a storm, we're having a lot of rain, just make sure you check your gutters. There's only so much that Casey and his crews could do going around to all the storm drains. Just make sure you clear those out. I know in front of my house, if those aren't cleared out with the amount of trees that are around, the water will touch each curb and it'll be a lake in front of it. So if you do see those, please sweep them up onto the grass and then dispose of them properly, just to make sure that should folks have to drive, if we need emergency vehicles to get through for any reason, that those are clear. Other than that, that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilman Desai.
Yeah, we all should keep in our prayers those people in harm's way in Florida. And I hope this particular storm will not affect the people the same way the last one. So I request all of them, and I personally pray for something come out good of this, and there will be no death or property destruction. It's a large storm, the way you look at it. Whole central Florida, Tampa, Orlando, all area are populated area. So I request all of our council people as well as people at home, please keep those people who are in harm's way in your prayers. Thank you.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes, good evening. And I agree, we should keep that people in Florida in our prayers. Big storm's coming. It's a huge storm. So let's all keep them in our prayers. Also, I want to congratulate the Lawrence Harbor Fire Department, 100 years old. That's old. I mean, that's a lot of dedication. A lot of dedication. That's amazing to me. All the volunteers and everything, that's just totally amazing to me. So congratulations to them. And today's my son's 40th birthday party. Birthday, I should say. And I want to congratulate him on turning 40. So congratulations. Happy birthday, Kevin. Thank you. I love you. Bye. That's all. Thank you.
Councilman Murphy.
Yes, I also want to pray for all the people in the Tampa area. I had a friend of mine call me up today and tell me they were just starting to get the winds. But she said her house in Tampa is kind of on the uplands, but she also has another house on Santa Maria Island, which is probably going to get hit hard. And I want to pray for all of them and also for the people for Pink Day. I am going to go to that football game and wear pink. Thank you.
Councilman Pasquini.
I also want to extend my prayers, especially the ones in North Carolina and the other states there that were affected, Georgia. It's terrible. Thank you.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes. With fall starting, there's a lot of things going on, and Old Bridge really steps up to the plate, but there's something for everyone. So between this last council meeting and now, it's been very active, and it's very exciting to see the Rebels for their opening day. Also to go to Club Serenity. They're so supportive, and they provide so much help. And it's their 10th year anniversary, and they not only serve our community, but our community and beyond. And then the Elks, they always step up, and they always do so much to support the most needed individuals. And they had an event called Autism Rocks. And they raised money. There's a lot of sponsors there. There's a lot of individuals that work very hard to put that program together to raise money for those with autism. But when I was there, I was thinking, it's actually a tragedy that, you know, they are in so much need with different programs, you know, really for a lifetime. And when you think of all the money that the government spends on non-Americans, it's mind-boggling. It's when we have so many problems here, when you sit at home and you watch commercials for Shriners, for Easter Seals, for St. Jude, you just pause and say, if all those billions of dollars were put into this, maybe there would be a difference. Maybe they'll find a reason why we have so much autism now. And maybe it would provide all the programs to really assist them throughout their life. But I do want to commend all the people that do step up for it. And we are in a very difficult time with our own American citizens, whether it's Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and it's very scary to know that you could lose your home instantaneously there and not have resources available to you and just even fresh water. So we will keep them in our prayers. And a year has gone by since the brutal, savage attack on Israel. And to think that they still have hostages there, Americans, a year later, and people are even, you know, you just don't negotiate with terrorists, with Hamas and Hezbollah and everything that's going on in the region. So besides the Americans, we need to pray for world peace. Thank you.
Council President Sohar.
Yes, thank you. I do want to echo everyone's sentiments about what's going on in Florida, what went on in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. The country is definitely suffering, and we really do hope that things will be better for them. We do pray for every one of them to be safe. And I think here in Old Bridge, we really do have a good sense of what we want to see for everyone, and that's peace, as Dr. Greenberg said too, as well across the world, and also safety for everyone here in the United States. Here in Old Bridge, again, busy weeks since we've been here, and it really, they do step up, whether it's the Elks or, you know, here in Old Bridge, our own people who did all the things for the Old Bridge Day. It was great. I think you're professional, and I think you do everything with a good heart and with good intent. I don't think anyone here would question, I know I don't question your intent at all. So thank you all for being there for us. All the other events that were there were wonderful to attend. I was also at the Autism Rocks, all the different things, Club Serenity. We really do provide a lot here in Old Bridge for people in need. So I'm just grateful that we do have all these resources for our people here in Old Bridge. Thank you very much.
Can we have a motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquini? Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Sorry.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
Meeting adjourns at 8:19 PM.